Hey guys, welcome back to Redbox Racing 4x4. This week we're putting the new K24 Z3 that we just picked up from down south into the MGB. Hey guys, welcome back to Redbox Racing in 4x4. Today we're going to strip down the K24 Z3 that I got the other day. We're going to get it mounted to the transmission and in the car. This will be far from the last time it goes in and out, but this will at least give me an idea of what I have to do to make the firewall work and figure things out from there. I also may have to make adjustments because of the water pump assembly. I don't know, the assembly on the Z3 sticks out a bit further, so yeah, it'll be a little interesting, but we're gonna get to her and cut to the time lapse of getting the old crap out. Okay guys, we got lucky. The driver's side mount fits perfect. No changes needed. This one is, the passenger side is close. However, where Honda put the oil filter on the later models interferes with my mount. So I'm gonna have to trim that corner off and hope that it'll still clear before I get into the tube. What I will do is there is another bolt hole, and what I can do is I can make an extension that comes off this corner and goes to it, and I will do that eventually, but for the purposes of what we're doing here today, these three should be enough in theory. So I'm gonna go do that and I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so as you can see, we've got the adapter plate bolted up to the engine. We did that in the time lapse there. So really all that's left here is bolt the transmission to that. Now thankfully, K-Power Industries, the people that made this adapter plate, they provide all the hardware for one in labeled bags. So they give you one bag that's labeled engine side, one bag that's labeled transmission side, which is great. They even, on these revised versions, the version 2s, they provide these machine dowels that slot in, and they'll only fit in their one direction. One goes there, the other goes there, and now you can't get this misaligned. So I'm using a die grinder with a carbide burr here to notch the bell housing to clearance for the starter. You have to take about a 3/4 inch deep by 1 inch wide section out. So I'm test fitting the steering rack here. It's a really tight fit in that corner. I did have to carve off the hanger for the AC compressor and a little bit on the alternator, but I can still do a roadside replacement of the alternator if I had to. I just need a file. Alright guys, so as you can see, we got the engine in there. It's couple things I've noted. If you're going to put a K24 in an MG, the Z series is what you want. This one's a Z3 out of a TSX. And I'll tell you why. A, the oil filter, instead of being located here, which winds up being right in the way of the frame rail, is down and near the bottom. And it's just a way more convenient spot. It'll be easier to do oil changes. So right there, big improvement. Additionally, the accessory drive's a little bit easier. Now, if you're running one of these, there's no way you're ever gonna get AC. I'm sorry. It's just, unless you do something completely custom, it's just not gonna happen, unfortunately. So you have to take the AC compressor bracket off. You also have to grind off the one hook that it hangs from. And then there's a little bit on the alternator that you have to grind off, about 1/8 of an inch, just to get clearance to the steering column. The reason this has happened is because I set the thing up with the A series, or the K24A, that one's an A4 or something, but the A2 would have been the same as that. And an easy fix would be to just simply lift the engine up about 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch or something. But, you know, live and learn, I guess. Another reason to go with the Z series over the A is because it has this integrated exhaust manifold. Yes, it is limiting in terms of max power production. You can't make as much with that as you can with the A2 style head, or an RBB head, I think is the abbreviation for it. Because this one's already collected together into a single flange with a single tube, and it looks like a standard size for oval tubing, it's going to be very easy to build my exhaust, because I just have one tube that comes off, wrap around, tuck it back into the block and down. So it'll be really easy to do. I just order pie cuts, some horizontals, and a 90 horizontal pie cut kit and a vertical kit, and I can piece those together to steer that exhaust down and where I need it to go to clear the firewall. And there's even a gap there that's already big enough with kind of what I had planned to do. So not having to deal with 4 separate runners is going to make this a lot easier. Placement is perfect, so it turns out I can run a tape measure, which is good. Yeah, all in all, I think this one's going to work just fine. Still a lot of things to figure out though, but this isn't one more thing off the chopping block. We've got next I got to do the cross member across the middle so that the frame rails are all held solid to each other. And then we're going to be fixing rocker covers or rocker assemblies and stuff like that. But if I can get the frame rails done and mounted, or the cross member done and mounted to the trans tunnel, then I can build a transmission mount and we're golden. This is in its final location. So yeah, that's just a couple of things that are going around in my head right now. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to start working on the Porsche again, so keep your eyes out for that. But lots of work, more to do. Alright, thanks for watching.